Hi friends, welcome to this tutorial. In this video, we are going to talk about how to plot a survey plan in AutoCAD and how you can also calculate the area of the site, the area built up, the area unbuilt, the percentage built up and the percentage unbuilt, which is also included in all your site information. So I'm going to be teaching you all of that in this video. But just before we get started, I'd like to ask you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more AutoCAD tips. Make sure you like this video so that more eyes can see it. And don't forget to share it because it helps me a lot on the YouTube algorithm. Now, without further discussion, let's get started. Alright, moving forward, this is a survey plan. I'm going to replot this survey plan on this my AutoCAD file here. So before we can replot this on this AutoCAD here, we have to do our file setup. Now to do that, we just have to come to Format, click here, and then coming down you see Units, or for short, you can just go straight and type units and click enter. It will appear, this dialog box will appear. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is to set up the angle, which is in decimal degrees here by default. So if I click on it, because I'm dealing with surveying, like if you watch here, you will see 269 degrees, 12 minutes. The distance between this point and this point, you also see it in meters. So in our AutoCAD setup, we are also going to consider all of that. Now here you're going to see a couple of options. So rather than choose any one, we have degree, minutes and second here. So you're going to select that. Then for the precision here, we have OD here. All right, so if you click down, you have other options. It all talks about the decimal places you want it to be. So I prefer it to be here. Then you can check this clockwise. You may likely have it this way on your system, but I prefer to check it so that it can be on a clockwise direction. So if you come to the length here, the length type is decimal. So here you have engineering, you have fractional, you have architectural. Okay, so for the architectural and the engineering, if your traditional unit of drawing is feet and inches, you're probably going to be choosing architectural and engineering. Right, but for me and for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be choosing decimal because my traditional unit of measurement is in millimeters. All right, and yours might also be in meters, so you're going to be choosing decimal too. Any real world drawing unit also can also be delivered by any of those options. So for my precision here, I would like it to be in just 1 decimal place. All right, then the insertion scale, I prefer it to be in millimeters because that's my traditional unit of drawing, and yours can also be in meters, but you have to take note of the fact that if you're using meters to do your design here, you also have to be sure that your initial setup when you first open the file is in meters. But if not, is not going to augur well with you in this design. I'm not going back to that since I already have a video where I have a new page initial setting in AutoCAD, and you can see it on the description box of this video and refer to that, or you can see it on the card above also, and it's a video where I did a detailed teaching on how to do an initial setup, page setup. You're going to be setting up the units, you're going to be setting up the limits, and you're also going to set up your layers and all the necessary setup needed in AutoCAD before you can start and making your drawing. And now what I'm trying to say here is that if your initial setup was in meters, there's no point using millimeters here, otherwise it's going to give you a wrong precision. But if it was in millimeters, it is right, you also use millimeters here. It all depends on what your traditional unit of design of drawing unit is all about. So here I am going to be using millimeters. So in case you're wondering, what if I want to use feet and inches, what am I going to do? So what you're going to do in that case, remember, if you come to your format here, To set this place up in feet, your precision is not going to be right for you. The only way you can get it rightly is to open a new AutoCAD page and do the initial setting, which is what the video I'm referring to you can teach you, and set it up in feet. Set the limit also all in feet. Then if you want to make a survey plan like this on AutoCAD, when you come here and set it up in feet, then it will definitely work well for you. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's what it is. Then here, you're going to choose international. And then you go to your direction. Don't forget to set this on north. And then you say OK. You say OK. Then we are ready to go. Now looking at this now, I like to go this way, this way, this way, this way, then we continue. So then the next thing I have to do here, as you can see, this survey plan was done in meters, but my AutoCAD setup here is in millimeters, so I am going to be doing some conversion from meters to millimeters. Is going to give me the same result at the end of the day, simply by multiplying it with 1000. Now moving forward, we are just going to pick our line, and not just a line but a polyline. So click on the first point. All right, now the next thing we are going to do is to start entering these values, starting with this line, this 34.74 meters. So if I multiply 34.74 meters by 1000, let me use this calculator here. So I'm going to say 34, let me move my calculator to this point, 34.74 times 1000. So it's going to give me, now I pick polyline again, I place here, and then I say at 34740, which is shift at. Shift at is by holding down the shift key and pressing the at button, and then if you go to your status bar here, you're going to see it appear there, 34740. And then for 334 degrees, how to get that is to hold down your shift key and the less than button, and then your 354 degrees. So the degrees button is gotten by just typing your D button there, and then we have 21 minutes here. Type 21, the minutes button is somewhere there, the key immediately after your enter button. So, and then you say enter. By hitting enter, you see you've established the first line there. All right, then I continue the same process for this other line here. I have 12.70, which is also going to be at 12700, shift less than. Here I have 89 degrees, and then I have 23 minutes. Say enter. So we have that there. Then we move on to this one. You repeat the same process at 7810, shift less than 04D, 42 minute, enter. Move on at 38500, 90 degrees, 43 minute, enter. Then you're moving down. Let's shift this a bit so we can see what is happening here. At 4140, 182 degrees, 19 minutes. Then going this way, there I have 46750, 269D, 12 minutes, enter. Enter again to end the whole process. Now you have this survey plan here repeated here in our AutoCAD. When you're done, you can take your time to start entering the figures and all of these values. All right, just before I move ahead, I want to show you using my virtual keyboard here to show you at button is this shift here. You hold down this shift and press this. This is your at, and then your degrees, how to get it, this particular one here, say 90 degrees. You hold down this shift and press this less than button, and then this sign here will appear on your status bar here, just like we have it here, and then you type in your 90D, being the 90 degrees, 43 minutes. So for this one, you're going to type 43. The minutes button is this one, and then you hit enter. It's going to appear this way and give you the value of the line. The next thing I like to show you here is how you can get the area. Here, according to the surveyor, we have 1981.434 square meters. If you want to confirm, what you have to do is to select it, and then you right click, you go properties. Under properties, you scroll down, you're going to see area here. You click on it, you're going to see calculator sign somewhere there. Once you click it, the calculator appears and the area there appears. Here you notice you have 1981269. So what you have to do now is to just divide it. Here I'm going to divide by 1 million. All right. This is arguably not 100% right, but just for the sake of this tutorial, you can see here I have 1981.2696. Here I have 1981.434 square meters, so which means we are actually on the right path. You can see the difference is not much. It could be error due to parallax or whatever be the case. So now let me close out this, and then the next thing you have to do now is to start making your sketch. And how you can start going about making your sketch, of course, where I am coming from, we normally have a total offset from your fence to your building line of 2.5 meters, which is 2,500 millimeters. So usually what we will do is to offset 2,500 millimeters away from the fence. Now, assuming this survey line here represents your fence, so I'm just going to type O, enter for offset, and I say 2,500 millimeters. All right, and I hit enter, and I pick this line and drop it there. So it means whatever sketch I am going to be making, I'm going to start from this point and then using up this whole space. So this is how you can plot your survey plan on the AutoCAD. Now is how you can also get your area built up, the percentage built up, and the percentage unbuilt. Now let's go on. All right, moving forward, let's assume that in the end you have a sketch of a building that takes up the space of this as the proposed building, and now we have already gotten this value, which already we have as, where is our properties, the area. Already we have this as our area. All right, having calculated it before, we have this. Now let's write it down. Let me see if I can copy this and close. So we have this information. Delete this and see if I can paste that there. Choose to leave it at 3 decimal places. Then this is area of proposed building. How to get this area of proposed building is also to highlight this. When you select it, you right click and you go properties. You equally look for the area which is there. Click on that, and you can also, the same process, divide it by 1 million equals to, we have this. Now I can copy this as well. Copy, close. And then I can cancel this also. Let me paste it here as well. Right click and paste. Say OK. Then for percentage built up, our calculator is actually located here. So if I bring it back, let me shift it away. The percentage built up is actually area of proposed building. That is the area built up as well, which of course we have as 285 being this, all right, times 100, we have equals to this, then divided by total area of site, which is 1981, all right, being this. So we have this divided by the total area of sites, then I say equals to, so I have, or I select this and I copy it, I close this. Then I highlight this, so I'm just going to cancel this out and paste it there. So here I can just take this off and turn this to 41. So 14.41% has been used up. All right, then for this, instead of doing more calculation, what we just have to do here is to go back to our calculator. All right, and then here I can say 100 minus this value will give us the area unbuilt. All right, so I say okay. Now I have 85.59%. so if I copy this as well and I place it here, right click, paste, then I can cancel this 85.59%. So this is how to pull out all of this information and also add it up to your site plan arrangement. All right, so with this we have come to the end of this tutorial. Now if this video has offered you any value at all, please do well to subscribe to this channel, like and share the video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.